properly. Just take us through that.
Yeah, look, I think the most important thing is when you're trying to get a team right, even Alex Ferguson will tell you, the best coaches will tell you in the world, if you defend well, you've got a chance to win. And we've been working very, very resolutely on our defense. We've not been consistent in that, but now, once we have consistency because with injuries you have to change. You remember when we beat SuperSport, Dapo was playing as a central defender, because we had to stop him. Lihlono Mokone was not there. But they still managed to come out and get a result. I mean, the defending was absolutely fantastic again, like the defending against all the other teams that we've all the other games that we've won. We've always said if we defend well, we've got a chance with any team.
You've shown some passages of good football, especially during the first half.
Yeah.
Are you close to how you want the team to play? I know the focus is on points, but then are you close to how you want?
No. I think we're about 50% where we should be. I always, if you looked at the teams that I've coached before, like Highlands Park and so on, we've always had exciting football where we keep possession and we move on. But you've got to understand that we've got to balance it because the players are playing under a lot of pressure and they don't want to lose the ball. That's why when a player loses the ball, we don't shout at him because we understand the pressure that everybody's going through. But we have shown that we can play. We can put the ball on the ground and we can play. I think, as I said previously, that when I arrived here, it was a low block and was counter-attack football, which at times works, but once teams work you out, it becomes difficult. But when you play a brand of football when you can attack from the right, from the left, from the middle, with high balls, interplaying, I think then it gives you a very, very good balance of football.
And Coach, also the fact that you've managed to beat those teams that are currently fighting you in the relegation zone, how good is it to really win against those teams?
I think that's important. You've got to, to compete against teams that have been around and that are structured and that are doing well. It makes it very difficult because we are trying to find our feet. We're trying to organize and get a balanced team, and then we get injuries, and then there's no readiness in depth. Like against Richards Bay. When we made our substitutions, it looked like we got weaker, But when you look today, it looked like we got stronger. So because the players were available. So once the players that we've got are available, and a lot of people are saying this break, is it good for us because we're winning? Shouldn't we be playing? I said, no, it's very good for us because now we can work harder. The more successful you are, the harder you should be working. So we'll be grinding it out. We'll give the guys a day or two, but we'll be grinding it out. We're going to work harder than we've ever worked before.
Coach, we are 6 points away from top 8. Do you think we can push the boys to qualify?
We take it one game at a time. That's our thing. Every game for us, it's like a cup final. That's how we look at it. We don't look at who's winning, who's got what points, who's drawing. When I go and watch tonight, I'm going to watch against our next opponents. I'm going to focus on them. I don't care about the other teams. Then you lose focus on what you want to achieve. So we're working on our next game. And we just focus on that. So we're not worried about top 8 and that's still too far for us. We are just focusing at every game as a cup final.
And it's very interesting, Coach, that you started the day in second from bottom. Now you finish the day in the 10th position.
Sure, but the other teams still have to play. So it's nice just to get off there. There's something that I've learned. The most precious metal that you can get is diamonds. And what is diamonds made of? Pressure. Diamonds is made out of pressure. And when you're down there, you're under so much pressure. The players are under so much pressure. And it makes it difficult. It's more difficult than just if you're, say, 8th on the log or you're, say from thing to focus on your tactical thing. You've got to get the minds right of the players. You've got to get their attitudes right. You've got to get to take the pressure off them and say go and play. So it's much more harder down there.
Coach, I mean, you spoke about getting a break. I mean, which aspect of football are you going to be working on in terms of making sure that the players, when they come back, they deliver, or they take where they left off?
I think number one, possession, and number two, scoring. We do score, but we could be scoring more, you know. And I think if you get your second goal, it takes the pressure off you more, and it puts more pressure on the opposition. Then they open up, and you can even get your third one. So I think we need to really get that the combinations of scoring. We've got to get that right.
Very good.